People are talking about V and Jennie being seen wearing pajamas that were similar, and then we have a short video trending of JK, and people now believe that YouTube is specifically targeting V, and we'll get into all of that. So hey Dumplings, it's Dave Disci, let's get into it. People are talking about V and YouTube essentially targeting him, and this is what people believe. Recently, if you're not aware, V posted a vlog of him in LA, and it was very cute. People loved it, and he's really good at vlogging. I mean, if he did not do music or was not a celebrity, he would definitely likely be an influencer and a great one. And the video has overall made a lot of noise within the community, as everyone has just been so excited to get an update on what he has been up to. Now, the community is very much obsessed with keeping the boys on top, and when you have a community like this, it's really hard for the artist to not succeed, and they're likely going to succeed. I don't know exactly what specific numbers they were talking about, but there's been some people mentioning how the views of the vlog have seemingly been deleted. So perhaps they were at a point that was really high, and then now it's gone a lot lower, and people are tracking that because I guess they want that number to be really high. And it makes sense why they would want that number to be high, because if the views for the vlog end up being really good, then the label will ask V to probably do another one, and or will encourage him to do another one. And so if the community wants another one, they will watch it and make sure to get those numbers up. Some people have now been protesting YouTube or been really upset or just overall saying that there's clear unfair treatment between all of the members, because V seemingly is the one that's getting targeted with a lot of his fan videos going away, as well as a lot of his alleged views for his vlogs going away. Now, the fan cam thing is something that I have spoken about ad nauseum in several other videos, and to sum it up in a really simple way, basically if the fan cam videos get more views than the official video, it'll probably end up triggering something in the algorithm to strike the video down. But that's my theory. But this view thing, if there were views that were deleted, is a completely different thing from that. And it's actually something that every platform practices. So deleting views isn't just something that YouTube does. TikTok has also started doing that. I think Instagram has done that for a while, although it's just that most people check YouTube because that's the one that typically affects the charts. But nowadays, TikTok also affects the charts as well. But in case you don't know, the view being deleted is simply just YouTube doing a check on the views. Advertisers get charged, as well as the person who posts the video gets paid based on how many views the video gets. When you have something like this where it's money being involved and potentially a lot of money being involved, you have to ensure that the views are being counted correctly, so the advertisers are being charged correctly and the content creator is being paid correctly. And the advertisers are not being overcharged, and they're paying for the amount of views that they do end up getting. And of course, as well as the person who uploaded the video should be paid for the amount of views that they get and the work that they put in, right? So of course, views need to be calculated correctly. But what is the correct view? If you simply sit there and hit replay, you're not going to be getting that replay view to count. So if you replay a video 4 times and you're hitting the replay button, you likely will just be contributing 1 view. The reason being, I think, is because the page hasn't been reloaded. And this is just my theory, I don't fully know. There likely won't be another ad that will appear in that video. So like once the video has been played through and then you replay it, it will likely just play through in its entirety. Usually it won't show another ad. At least it's been that way for several years. I don't know if they've changed it recently. But because of that, they might typically initially count it as several views when you hit the replay button, but eventually when they decide to calculate the views, they might take it off because they realize, oh, this is still just one person watching. Of course, if you watch it, come back later, come back the next day, whenever, and watch it again, those will be 2 views. So if you want your views to count, definitely consider streaming it differently. Whereas I think platforms like Spotify or something like that, if you hit the replay button, it counts as 2 streams. But on YouTube, it's always just been a different situation, and it's been this way forever. So just be aware of that. And of course, this doesn't mean that V is being banned. It doesn't mean anything like that is happening. This is just a practice that happens to literally everyone that's on the platform. Now, of course, I have to give a little bit of a shameless plug here. If you want to join me, as well as some of the other people in the community in fangirling over K-pop videos with these BTS videos or other groups, then make sure to check out the Patreon. I'll leave a link at the top of the description. There are over 1,000 videos that are already up there, and with any tier that you get, you'll have access to all those videos. So if you're interested in that, make sure you check it out. And of course, I will see you over there. There's been a short video that has trended online after JK decided to do a live stream while showing him cooking. Everything was normal, he cooks all the time, and so this is definitely nothing different. But people heard a voice in the background, and then people saw JK actually respond to that voice. So of course, initially people are like, oh, there's someone at his house. Of course, after addressing someone and talking to them, he will then, of course, have to address the live stream and explain who this person that he's talking to is. And of course, this is going to stop any speculation about who this person is. He mentioned that this was someone that I think was initially from Busan, and he met this person since kindergarten. So he's obviously known this person for a little bit of a long time, sort of, and this person's staying at JK maybe for a little while. I don't know. Some people were really shocked that JK was opening his home like this and allowing people to stay over, but if we're going to make the assumption that he is a bachelor, and then also, of course, then make the assumption that he lives in a mansion with multiple rooms, then he likely would have many vacant rooms. And one of the nice things about a vacant house and having several rooms is the fact that you can have guests over at any time and they can feel very comfortable living there. This video went viral as a lot of people were trying to figure out who this person was, and even though JK is saying it's a childhood friend, many people don't necessarily believe that and or think that there could be something else happening here. But if there was anything different happening that would cause backlash, I doubt this person would have spoken on the live stream. Like if JK did do something that would erupt into a scandal, I don't think this person would have been so freely speaking on camera, nor would I think JK would have such a calm reaction if this person did choose to speak. Like if you did something that was wrong, I say wrong in quotes, you would just automatically feel guilty and you would not want to talk to that person. You probably would tell them to stay quiet throughout the duration of a live stream or stay in the room. But that's not happening, right? That this person speaks freely, which obviously means nothing not innocent was happening there. And I personally think it's really beautiful that JK and even several of the other BTS members have managed to keep a lot of their childhood friends, and not only keep the childhood friend, but maintain the relationship currently and is still trying their best to maintain the relationship now. We kind of start to have this assumption when we start to see celebrities and we start to see that all of their friends are also celebrities, and we start to think that everyone around them is just rich and famous, but that's simply just not realistic. There are people that you will probably know or meet in your life that are super rich, and of course I'm talking to those who don't know this. There are people that you will probably know or meet in your life that are super rich, and of course I'm talking to the people who don't know this. But there are people who you will meet that are super rich in your life that won't exactly make you rich, and they're not going to give you all their money because that's not how life works. And so yeah, then you'll have someone that you know that's super rich, but then you yourself might not be rich or as rich, or you will be rich, but then of course you're not going to give your money to everyone, so everyone around you is not going to be super rich. People are talking about a video in which you see V working out, he's lifting his weights, and I think he gets kind of hot at one point, decides to take off his shirt off, but the pants are still on. But when he takes the pajama shirt off and the video ends up clipping to a photo showing Jennie walking out of the airport in very similar pajamas, with many people saying that they probably borrowed pajamas from each other, or that she took that pair of pajamas while she was leaving his apartment or something like that, I will say that the pajamas do look very similar, but they're definitely not the same. If you look closely, the pair of pajamas that are on Jennie have very uniform patterns, as in every single pattern is repeated, whereas in the pajamas that V is wearing, you'll see that there are patterns that are being repeated, but it's like repeated every other pattern. So I'm seeing two different patterns that are being repeated throughout his pajama set. Whereas, as I said, Jennie just has one pattern, so the pajamas are different. And I've said this many times before, even though the pajamas were the same, these are just such basic pajama sets. Like, why on earth would these two rich people do that? Like, why would they steal each other's pajamas if they could just buy their own? And if they did, why would they wear it to the airport? Wouldn't they want to wash it? Because it's now been worn by two people and it would probably be smelly. So wouldn't you prefer to wash it and then maybe give it back, and then you wouldn't wear that exact set of pajamas to a public appearance where there's going to be paparazzis and fans? Like, this is likely a brand new set that she's wearing, which means that it would not have been worn by V prior to that moment. And people like to forget that celebrity appearances at airports are 100% red carpet appearances. They're not just going to appear on a red carpet with dirty clothes. Let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you check out Patreon. I'll leave a link at the top of the description. Thank you so much for this lovely comment right here. Love you. Bye.